If for some reason, you can't do your rounds, next day it becomes increasingly difficult. So the point is, either you can come out of these nations, you can come out of these nations by, uh, you can come out of these nations by analytical study, or you can come out of these nations by performing yoga. I have a question for all of you. What is the goal of, what will the karma yogi, what stage karma yogi will attain?
Heavenly kingdom up to Brahma Loka, Prabhu.
Which one? What is heavenly kingdom or Brahmaloka?
The destination for Karma Yogi.
Heavenly kingdom or yoga means heavenly kingdom, or what is it? Another one you said? Brahmaloka.
Max Brahma Loka, but I'm confused because Gyani also target for those or maximum Brahman Jyoti.
Actually, Jnani's goal is Brahmajyoti, Brahman. So karma yogi, yoga means supreme. But karma yogi doesn't know who the supreme is. So either, okay, he'll come to he'll come to Ayappa temple, he'll go to Baba temple, he'll come to ISKCON temple also. For him, everything is same. So, but he's doing service. He's coming, and one time he goes and does pot washing in Ayappa temple, one time he does pot washing in that temple, one time he does pot washing in ISKCON temple also. So what happens is, good possibility he'll go to heavenly planets. He'll also go to Brahmalokai. What is that? Or he'll revert back to earthly planet. You know. But as a karma yogi, you know, यद करोषि यदस्नासि यज्जुहोसि ददासि यत् तपस्यसि कौन्तेय मत्कुरु तत्कुरुषु मदर्पणम्. So if he is performing, he understood God is Bhagavan, Krishna, then he performs, he dedicates his work for the pleasure of Krishna, then he'll go back to Godhead also. So, what is that? Ashtanga, I have a question for all of you. Ashtanga Yogi destination.
Brahman Jyoti only, Prabhu.
Okay, let us see who else. Okay, anyway, I'll answer. Ashtanga yogis are two types. Some people think, some Ashtanga yogis think Paramatma is actually impersonal. That type of people, they will go back to Brahman. But Ashtanga yogis, some people, they think God is actually 400 Vishnu form. They'll go to Vaikuntha. Clear?
Amazing. Yes, Prabhu.
So, but third aspect is, we need to, the best way to get out of this prison is Vairagya. That's why Krishna says in Gita, Abhyasena the Kante Vairagyana Drishyate. So how do we control the mind? Practice and detachment. Practice and detachment. But it's not easy to practice detachment without attachment. That's when, you know, um, detachment is very, very important. Why detachment is important? When you don't want anything, then nobody can control you. You can freely do whatever you want to do. You become fearless. Can I tell one story?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So one day Alexander came to the Sindh River. Tomorrow he will invade India. But he heard there are so many sages in India, in the caves. So what he did, he told his soldiers, go to the caves and find one yogi and tell them the Alexander the Great, the conqueror, great conqueror, is longing to see them. Tell them, bring one person at least. These commanders came and they found out one yogi. They told him, please come. He said, definitely I will not come. Really? Hey, he's Alexander the Great, the world conqueror. Then, uh, then they came back and told, sir, he doesn't want to come. Then Alexander said, didn't you tell them? Tell him about me? Oh, we told her. She didn't listen. Really? Alexander became very angry. So he became so angry, he took the sword with him. So what is that? He became very angry and he took his sword. How dare somebody, someone can reject the invitation of Alexander. But when he went and saw the yogi was actually exhibiting unlimited calmness on his face. So when, what is it, Alexander went, can you hear me?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So he said, that person said, oh, servant of my servant, please come inside. Are, he's calling me servant of servant. Darsanadas. Alexander became so angry. He took a sword to cut off his head. And then he saw that person very, very cool. Even at the time of being killed, he was very cool. So Alexander could see that, because usually when anybody sees sword, the first thing they'll do is fear of death. But this person is very cool. Then Alexander put the sword down and said, "Why did you call me servant of servant? And uh, why did you refuse to come and see me?" That's okay, I can understand, but why did you these two things? Why you are not scared? So then the sage said, when I purposefully refused your invitation, your ego was hurt. To the extent you're attached to bringing me to the court, that much extent, you'll become frustrated when I said no to it. Right? Yes or no?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So, but when I purposefully disrespected you, you became upset, and you went to the extent of killing me. But I am not attached. I am a spirit soul. Prabhupada says this. What is his name? Socrates was sentenced to death. Socrates said, first of all, you cannot kill me because you don't know where I stay. And there is no question of killing me. So, we have seen this in the previous screen. What is it we have seen in the previous screen? Sense of death. There is nothing. It's just Maya only. So when your ego is upset, you are trying to come and kill me, but then I'm not affected. That's why I'm composed. Composed. That's why I could not. I could not. I could not exhibit fear on my face. Wow. So, Kaupinamanta Kadubhagyamanta. If you don't want anything in this world, you'll become powerful. Further, you should be armed with knowledge. Second thing, you should have the strength to depend. If you want a strength, what is it? Um, so what is that? To the extent you want something from this world,
Sorry, I can't hear you.
huh?
Now I can.
So the point is, oh, internet, okay. When we are attached to our conceptions, when we are attached to our objects, we have a fear of losing. And to maintain these objects, we need more resources. For that reason, we have to be very subservient to others. If not, when you have only one kaupin, one undergarment, you don't have anything. You are not dependent on anybody. Ah. So the last one is tapasya, austerity. These are the four ways by which we can become free from the avidya, ignorance. What? I have a question for all of you. Prabhupada books are there, we are acquiring knowledge, but are we applying it? Are we practicing Bhakti Yoga sincerely, aiming to attain the love of God, in which liberation is only a simple byproduct, as per the statement of Haridas Thakur? Are we practicing detachment? And the last one is, are we practicing tapasya, austerity? But if we sincerely follow, you know, if you all want, I'll give you one example, I mean, the detachment thing.
Please, Prabhuji.
I'm not talking of which, what is that? Um, one time, one person was introducing His Holiness Radhana Swami. His Holiness Radhana Swami has PhD in, his PhD from this university, something like that. Oof, Radhana Swami's PhD. Maharaj went on the stage and said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very sorry to tell you, I have not even finished first semester of my college. I think he finished first semester, but I have not finished my second semester of my college. So there's a small, slight miscommunication, and I won't tell you I have not finished. I have not finished my whatever undergrad. I have a question for all of you. What is the problem accepting the the person whoever is introduced him is PhD? All right, don't speak anything. What is the loss?
Integrity.
Huh?
Integrity, Prabhu.
Integrity, okay.
Authenticity.
Authenticity, okay. No, I want more. I want something better actually. What is the mentality behind it?
Humility, bro. Just being not being duplicit, being very clear where do I stand.
Okay. Simple thing is that's true, Prabhu. I know this, actually what I want is a little explanation. He doesn't want to enjoy on the mental level. The introducer is trying to create an impression on the audience. Hey, he is from PhD. So he was thinking, maybe he may not know. Maharaj is telling, I don't want false glorification. I don't want to live on what I am not. Even if you want to live, I'm okay. If you want to leave if you want to leave the program because I'm not, I'm fine with that. But I'll stick to truth. Satyam. One needs to have a lot of inner strength to do that actually. So the point is, one needs to stay on the internal truth. One needs to stand on the internal truth. Otherwise, it's not easy actually. You know. So that's why, to the extent you are detached from this world, to the extent you don't want anything from this world, that much extent you become very empowered. And tapasya brings you out of tapasya burns the impurities. Tapasya brings you out of the bodily concept. And of course, bhakti yoga that we follow, chanting the holy name and prasad. They are outside. What is it outside? 1 minute. Uh, so what is that? Uh, wow. To the extent you are detached, that much extent you will become empowered. You don't need anything. Then you become fearless. You become fearless, then you pursue the path of truth. To the extent you are not fearless, that much extent your consciousness is clouded. Your consciousness is clouded. You're always hesitating. That's a person who always thinks, what will other think, sir? What will others think of me? You know, today material world is based on what others think of me. I want to show others and that I'm very happy, even though I'm miserable. That person can never be happy. He's truly duplicitous actually. That's why austerity burns the impurities. Vairagya causes detachment. So for that, bhakti is very important. So the three things, sadhana, sadachar, satsang, and seva. Fourth one is missing. One has to diligently do the sadhana. You are not to, we do sadhana not to get rid of impurities, but to awaken Krishna's grace. Awaken Krishna's grace. Sadachar means good behavior. I don't criticize anybody. I don't criticize anybody. I am very happy for what I am. And you're not duplicitous also. And with this conscious, and you perform seva service, it's not there. And to emphasize and to stay on the platform of knowledge, you need association of devotees, satsanga. And seva, You do service to get rid of ego. Book distribution is very painful. But you are able to do book distribution means you are overcoming the layers of false ego. You are telling I am Krishna's devotee. Wow, what an achievement it is actually. That's why one has to listen regularly and one has to diligently do sadhana of chanting 16 rounds, following four guiding principles. So what is that? Good behavior, good sadhana, association of devotees and service. This will bring you out of Maya. Mantra meditation, daily worship, reading scriptures, following the instructions of spiritual master. This you all know it anyway. This one thing which is very difficult but very important. Prabhupada is telling actually, you know, what are the two qualities that will empower devotees? Passion. Vasudeva Datta. Vasudeva Datta, he wanted the entire universe to be delivered. He said, give me those suffering, give me their bad karma, I'll go to hell eternally and suffer. Wow. You know, uh, यारे देखो तारको हा कृष्ण उपदेश हमारा आज्ञा गुरु हो ये तारो ही देश. So Lord Chaitanya's instruction is in order to avoid being proud, you know, go first to preach. Preaching is also actually service. Preaching is also service. So Janma Sardi Kuri Karo. You do nice sadhana and you purify yourself. Then you give that knowledge to others, your experience. You all know these things. Sadachar, you know, you allow, follow, you reject you follow four good principles. Then Akadas and Kartik Vrat. Very important thing is following Vaishnava etiquette and visiting the holy places like Mathura and following the Vaishnava etiquette, visiting Master Vrindavan, Mayapur. Satsang, you know, basically, you know, discussion of Krishna Katha. Rest of the things you know it actually. Very thing is serving the saintly Vaishnavas. Even if nobody is there, you serve your fellow God devotee who is next door. You'll make very important. You'll make a lot of progress. And always one should have targets. One should have goals. So, what is that? Bhakti Yoga process means what? Savai mana Krishna padar vindaya. Vachans vaikunta gunan varnaya. Karo harer vandana marjanadisha. Srutin chakarati sadkato taye. So how he controlled the mind as Amrish Maharaj. Mana Krishna padar vindaya. He just meditated on the lotus feet of Krishna. Whatever Krishna was doing, uh, whatever Krishna was doing, first is to set an example. Name karma limpad name kalma phales prohaha. If I don't do anything, the world is put to ruin. So Krishna is telling just to set an example. You know, when he was on the planet, he was actually acting as a king, he was acting as a grahastha, he was acting as a father. Ideal. Amazing. And always we should pray, my Lord, please save me from Maya, save me from my raging senses. Please help me, my Lord, chant, give me strength to chant the holy name. So, the point is when we do like this, 4 levels we are hitting vital energy. Can everyone hear? Huh? Are you?
Can hear you,
People are-
Prabhuji.
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji, we can hear you.
So the point is, so seva is done with an intent to make progress, intent to please the devotee, and intent to please Paramatma in the heart. That's very important. Sadhana is also with an intention to please Paramatma. Our progress is based on how much we are pleasing Krishna. That is possible when, especially Sadachar, to the extent we are not duplicitous, that much extent we are empowered actually. Actually, I was seeing this Ram Janmabhoomi episode. I was thinking practically everyone was so empowered there, the topmost gurus. But what Srila Prabhupada has done is something amazing, What Srila Prabhupada has done is something amazing. So why Srila Prabhupada has intense desire to please Guru and Krishna? And he did not put any of his agendas there. I just want to serve my Guru, that's it. Then the empowerment will come. Our material calculations will not work with Krishna. Duryodhana thought like that. Even Ravana thought like that. They are all monkeys, they don't even have weapons. But at the end, who won the battle? Ram won the battle. Duryodhana thought they are 7 Akshani, we are 11 Akshani, we have already won. But who won the battle? Pandavas. So my point is, if we can become, we should pray for that actually. Sometimes we may not have, at least I don't have that inner strength to do what Prabhupada tells me to do or my guru tells me to do. So what I do is, actually what we should do is, should pray, does my Lord make me instrument? I don't have strength. Then we'll attain the perfection. That's what I can tell today. I have a question for all of you. What are the 4 types of nations Brahma created? What are the 4 exits Brahma created? Huh? Anyone remembers?
One was related to their death.
Okay. I'll show that. The best thing is. So, Brahma
Anger
created
after frustration.
self-deception, sense of death, anger after frustration, sense of false ownership, illusory body conception, or forgetfulness of own identity. How do you become free from these 5 things? So by analytical Sankhya, by analytical study, yoga for liberation, vairagya, and tapasya. In our words, 4S formula: sadhana, sadachar, seva, satsang. Who will repeat these 4 things?
Sadhana, seva, sadachar, satsang.
Sadhana, seva, sadachar, satsang. When we do that sincerely, we become free. We make an exit from this. We'll become free from all these 5 things eventually. Krishna is waiting. Time is running out. That's what I want to tell today. Thank you very much. And Dandak Pranalash Shri Prabhupada ki Jai Mani.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much, Prabhuji,
for the wonderful
for
class.
that
Hare
wonderful
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji,
Prabhuji.
Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Dhanavad.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Dandavat.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam. Prabhupada Gurudev.